Conduct in the City Council chambers. Rules of decorum for the public. Members of the audience shall not engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including the utterance of loud, threatening, or abusive language, clapping, whistling, stamping of feet, or other acts which disturb, disrupt, impede, or otherwise render the orderly conduct of the city meeting infeasible. A member of the audience engaging in any such conduct shall, at the discretion of the presiding officer or a majority of the city council, be subject to ejection from the meeting per Government Code Section 54954.3C. Removal from the council chambers. Any person who commits the following acts in respect to a meeting of the city shall be removed from the council chambers per Government Code Section 54954.3C. A, disorderly, contemptuous, or insolent behavior towards the city council or any member thereof, tending to interrupt the due and orderly course of said meeting. A breach of peace, boisterous conduct, or violent disturbance tending to interrupt the due and orderly course of said meeting. Disobedience of any lawful order from the mayor, which shall include an order to be seated or to refrain from addressing the city council, and any other unlawful interference with the due and orderly course of said meeting. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Taft City Council Successor Agency Joint Regularly Scheduled Meeting for Tuesday, May the 21st, 2024. City of Taft meetings are being held in person with full capacity seating and are live streamed at www.youtube.com/user/City of Taft. Public comment can be made in person and also can be received per the following. Written comments may be dropped off in the drop box in front of City Hall. Comments may be emailed to the city clerk at cityclerk@cityoftaft.org. They may also be made by phone to the city clerk's office at 661-763-1222. Public comments will be accepted up until 5 p.m. the day of the meeting, and all comments received will be read into the record. We're going to begin this evening's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by myself because I've got the proper shirt on, followed by an invocation from Sean Piper. So if you join us, please. Hand over your heart, salute, and pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Father, we come to you recognizing that we are under you, and we have some trouble down here, and we need your help. And so we ask, Lord, that you would be over this meeting, that you give wisdom where it's needed, that you would help us to discern what is good and right and true and just, and what is in the best interest of all. We trust you for that, and we ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. Madam Clerk, may we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Nora.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Cryer.
Here.
Councilmember Bryant is absent. Councilmember Waldrop.
Here.
And Councilmember Shabira is absent.
All right, thank you very much. First item on this evening's agenda are proclamations. I say that plural. We are honoring a lot of people, but when you live in a place like the city of Taft, getting to honor people and organizations is almost commonplace because uncommon virtue happens to be one of the common realities within our community. So we're very fortunate in that regard. I'm going to start with a proclamation for Brock McMurray. This is beautiful, and you get to take this home with you, Brock, for a nominal fee. I'll see you after. City of Taft, State of California. Certificate of recognition presented to Brock McMurray in celebration of his retirement from Taft College. Whereas Brock began his 23-year tenure at Taft College in 2001 after serving as Dean of Student Services and Assistant Baseball Coach at Mississippi Delta Community College for 13 years. And whereas he has proudly served the students of Taft College as he has rose through the ranks, serving as Dean of Student Services, Interim Vice President of Student Services, Vice President of Student Services, Executive Vice President of Administration Services, and Chief Financial Officer. And whereas in 2016, Brock was first appointed to the position of Interim Superintendent/President. Then in July 2022, he was renamed Interim Superintendent/President and then contracted to serve from January 2023 to June 2024 as the Interim Superintendent/President. And whereas Brock is a member of the Association of California Community Administrators, a board member of the Statewide Association of Community Colleges. He has been a Rotarian since 1996 and was inducted into the Mississippi Delta Community College Sports Hall of Fame in 2013. And whereas in 1983, back before launching his career in education, Brock started his professional baseball career after being drafted in the 10th round by the Los Angeles Dodgers and then continuing to play pro ball for almost 6 years. And whereas Brock is married to Kimberly Diane Bazook, thank you. And they have 3 adult children and 2 grandchildren. Now therefore, the Taft City Council, on behalf of the citizens of the community and all city employees, takes great pleasure in recognizing Brock McMurray upon his retirement for his dedication and valued service to Taft, Taft College, and its students, wishing him continued success and extending their best wishes in his future endeavors. Stated this 21st day of May, 2024, signed by myself and all the council members. Congratulations, Brock McMurray.
Since there's only 3 of you, 1 of him, you want to do it in front of the city seal?
That would be just fine. Absolutely, you bet. Let's do that. We can kind of move the furniture out of the way. What do you think, Marshall?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Get that out of the way so there's plenty of room for everybody. All right, this is yours.
This is awesome.
You get a hold of that. All right, get on in here.
Wait, I'm covering my rotary pen.
I got a lion's pen on.
Is that,
Oh, there it is,
that's
there it is.
$5.
That's it.
Dave, wait, one more. I need you, Dave, I need you to step, half a step that way because you got the Jericho on your head.
Okay, I can do that. All right.
Okay, now, Ron, can you close that a little bit? There we go. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Brock?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. If you'd like to address the people,
I would.
by all means, please
Just for
step
a
up to
moment,
the
I'm not
mic.
going to take much time, but I would love to.
Well, you know, Craig, would you give him the go anywhere protective board cover?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, oh, there it is. Mr. Mayor, City Council, this is really a great honor. I am so appreciative. I have a great affinity for this community. Made a life here with my family. Very proud that we have quite a few of my Taft College family here with us tonight. I think I've got 3 of our board members and a number of our staff, and I accept this on behalf of that TC family and really the relationships that I have been able to make in this community over the 23-plus years. It is a great honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. Now, before you sit down, Brock, just a second. You got to get back up.
Yes, sir.
Because during the course of reading all of Brock's accomplishments, and they have gone on for decades, literally, I was at a place one time where there was a bunch of young men, very young men, Little League ball players.
Oh, I know this story.
And we were
This is not
talking.
going to end well for
We were
me.
talking to Little League ball players, and Brock wanted to talk to them, and he actually related the fact that, I used to play for the Dodgers, and these kids know baseball. But what Brock didn't know was last year, they also played for the Dodgers. And when Brock said, I used to play for the Dodgers, I think 4 of them looked up at Brock and said, we played for the Dodgers last year too.
I think he said, so what? So did we. So I humbly exited.
Graciously, yes, you did. Congratulations once again, Brock.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, the next proclamation is for the Community Action Month in Kern County. So I do believe that you have
Yes.
that. Councilman
Thank you,
Walker.
Mayor. For the city of Taft, proclamation declaring May 2024 the Community Action Month in Kern County. Whereas Community Action Partnership of Kern, CAPK, was established in 1964 and has made essential contributions to the individuals and families across Kern County by creating economic opportunities and strengthening communities. And whereas, whereas Community Action Partnership addresses the underlying causes of poverty, alleviating the effects, and promotes dignity of self-sufficient in the community we serve. And whereas they have delivered over 20 million pounds of food across Kern County through the CAPK Food Bank. And whereas the Community Action Partnership operates the Head Start location in Taft, tending to the children within the community and providing a head start to the education. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft does hereby proclaim the month of May 2024 as the Community Action Month in Kern County in recognition of the hard work and dedication throughout the community. Dated today's date by our Mayor Knorr and all the council members. Are they here?
Do we have anybody here? No? Okay, well.
We'll make sure they get it.
All right, we're going to applaud for him anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
You
Councilman.
betcha.
All right, next up, we have the Public Works Week. Mayor Pro Tem Cryer.
Thank you, Mayor. The proclamation from the City of Taft. Proclamation declaring May 19th to the 24th, 2024, Public Works Week. Whereas public works services provided in our community are a vital and integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, and whereas the support of the community is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as building maintenance, streets, fleet maintenance, sewer line maintenance, and constructions, as well as wastewater treatment, and whereas the health and safety and comfort of this community greatly depends on those facilities and services, and whereas the quality of the effectiveness of the facilities as well as their planning, design, and constructions is vital, independent upon their efforts and skill of public works officials. Therefore be it proclaimed by the City Council of the City of Taft that we recognize and extend appreciation to our dedicated and skilled staff, and hereby proclaim this week of May 19th, 2024 as Public Works Week in the City of Taft. And be it further proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Taft requests that all citizens and civic organizations acquaint themselves with the issues involved in the providing public works services in our community and to recognize their contribution, which our public works employees make every day to the health, safety, and comfort and quality of life that the citizens of Taft enjoy. Dated this 21st day of May, 2024. This is signed by Mayor Dave Knorr and 4 council members.
Who do we have here to accept that? Okay. All right then. Well, thank you all. You know who you are. We'll have that form. We have talked about this many, many times. And Public Works, oftentimes we take for granted the things that they do, but they're amazingly efficient, and there's no better demonstration of how efficient they are than the back end of the Christmas parade. Especially 2 years ago when that wind blew about 30 knots. You remember that, Kathy? But you watch all the madness and the fun and the joy and the revelry of the Christmas parade. And of course, sometimes they're horses and stuff. And what they leave behind is less than candy canes and stuff. But anyway, when it's all said and done and we all go home, Public Works goes to work. And the following morning, always at about 5:15, I'm having a cup of coffee and I drive down there, and it amazes me that it's all cleaned up. Signs are all gone. The mess is all gone. It is spit and polished. So that's just one of the many things they take care of day in and day out every day, and a very critical part of our quality of life here. So thank you to all of them. All right, next up we have Correctional Officer and Correctional Employees Week. I think I get that one. You get to take a break. This is a proclamation declaring May 5th through the 11th, 2024, Correctional Officers and Correctional Employees Week 2024. Whereas City of Taft correctional officers and correctional employees are responsible for supervising offenders convicted of crimes and sentenced to serve time in Taft's modified community correctional facility. And whereas correctional officers are trained law enforcement professionals dedicated to maintaining safe correctional facilities and ensuring the public safety. And whereas these highly devoted individuals do more than supervise, they train, teach, mentor, counsel, preach, and treat inmates while providing hope and guidance. They work to rebuild lives. And whereas correctional officers and correctional employees rise to meet any challenge and serve this honorable profession nobly and admirably, and whereas Correctional Officers Week offers an opportunity to acknowledge and honor Taft's correctional officers and correctional employees for the important work they perform each day and for the sacrifices they make to protect the citizens of our community. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft is proud to join in with the rest of the nation in honoring the dedication and professionalism of the women and men who are our correctional officers and correctional employees by declaring May the 5th through the 11th, 2024, Correctional Officers and Correctional Employees Week, dated the 7th day of May, 2024, signed by myself and all 4 council members. So, thank you to all of them. Do we have somebody here to accept this? Got a group? Well, come on, don't be shy, guys and gals. You guys gonna have to flip a coin to see who's gonna make the speech at the diet. All 4 of you? All right. Come on in here. You gotta be able to see Doug, or he can't see you. All right.
Who else stepped that way 1 minute, one more? There we go.
Everybody in?
Okay.
That was 7 more. All right. Who wants to talk to the council? All right, excellent. Thank you very much. There. Good.
Like we at the Taft CCF just want to thank you guys for recognizing our hard work and dedication and the rest of my staff.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you all. Yes, please, by all means, step up.
I want to thank the City of Taft and all staff that made this possible. I moved from Delano, born and raised Delano, to the age of 25, moved to Taft in 95, came to work in our little hospital here. Closed down. I went to work in Bakersfield at hospitals over there, Health South, San Joaquin Hospital. And then I went to Clean Source as a delivery driver. And then my wife was working in the federal prison. She told me they need people, better get on it. So I took the core class and I interviewed and I went over there. Unfortunately, closed down. We prayed about it. McFarland opened as a Marshalls. It was supposed to open as a ICE, but COVID slowed it down. So Marshalls came and toured the facility, and they said, yeah, it's a good central location, let's do it. The ball started rolling again. We went over there. We were off for 7 months. We went over there, opened it up, worked there for 3.5. Heard rumor that Taft was looking into that too. So it's funny because I prayed about it, and I prayed about it. And every time I would go to the outlets or to LA, I'd take the back road and take a cruise in the parking lot at the CCF. I told my wife, oh, there's no traffic yet. I did it for three rounds, 3 times, no traffic. Then all of a sudden, I passed by there, I seen some traffic, construction going on. So I said, oh, I think it's gonna happen, I think it's gonna happen, and boom, we got the word that it was gonna open. So we were going to Monterey. The app came out that they're accepting applications. We got on that phone and we called to verify. They said, yes, put in our app. We interviewed with Lon, and I told Lon, I want Taft to be successful. So I want all the mistakes we made with McFarland, I want to bring them here so we won't have to go through those mistakes. I want to bring our experience, and there's 4 of us. The blessing is that it's me, my wife, my son Jeremy, and my daughter Alexis, which she served in the military. And we all got hired on, and it's a blessing because we're all giving you, and all of us at the facility are working 100% to make this a success. So I want to thank you for making it happen, and know that we work with the passion. We're working with the passion, me and all the coworkers and all the supervisors and everybody, to make this successful. So it's a blessing, and I want to thank you, and God bless Taft, and let's do it.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you all, once again. It's definitely a team effort, and you guys have really stepped up, from management all the way, so thank you all very much. All right, next up, we have the National Nurses Week. Mayor Pro Tem Cryer.
Thank you, Mayor. Do we have any nurses in the house? No?
There-
No, they're like running away from me. I feel like a pincushion. Since last Thursday, I was getting a shot or 2 every day, and they've been a big help in working with me, because I don't like needles, but they were good on me. I'd like to say the City of Taft proclamation declaring May 6th to the 12th, 2024, National Nurses Week. Whereas we have come to appreciate more than ever the complex and expanding role with nurses play in our health and care system, and whereas the wisdom, skill, and dedication nurses show every day sets them apart as very special people, and whereas the high quality of the nurses profession is making it possible for more Americans to enjoy better health services and improve patient outcomes, and whereas the nurses have a critical responsibility to uphold the highest level of ethical standards in their practices, including fostering a safe work environment, and whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize and honor the nation's indispensable registered nurses for their tireless commitment for 365 days a year. Now therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft is proud to join in with the rest of the nation in honoring the excellent standards that characterizes the practice of nursing, declaring May 6th to the 12th, 2024, National Nurses Week, dated this 7th day of May, 2024. Signed by our Mayor, Dave Knorr, and our 4 council members.
Well, it certainly appears we have a lot to be grateful for, right?
Especially, yes.
And we do. Don't take your blessings for granted. Those of you who wish to stay for the entire meeting are most certainly welcome to. Those of you who want to silently slip out, I'll give you a couple of minutes and then we'll get right back into it.
I think the Rotarians should get each a $20 fine, slipping out early.
Thank you all. Congratulations once again, Brock. It's quite a milestone. Good evening. Thank you all very much. Darnell, would you hand that to Dr. Warren, please? Well, what a pleasant surprise. All right, next up, item number 2, citizens request public comments. Comments are to be received as stated in the above policy. This is the time and place for the general public to address the city council on matters within its jurisdiction. State law prohibits the council from addressing any issue not previously included on the agenda. Council may receive comment and set the matter for a subsequent meeting. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Dr. Kathy Orn from the Taft Chamber of Commerce. Welcome.
I apologize for my tardiness tonight. I wanted to say, in relationship to our public works, whenever there is an event that the Chamber is involved with, it is wonderful to be able to pick up the phone and talk to the people that you know are going to be responsible for pieces of what has to happen in order for everything to come together. And when we're on the rails to trails, we have to make sure that the water gets turned off at a certain time. We have to make sure that the trash cans are where they're supposed to be, and they need to know that the porta potties are going to be coming on a certain time. And it is a blessing to know people firsthand and just be able to talk to them. So it's a pleasure, and I just wanted to reiterate what you said about Public Works. We're very blessed here because things get done.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that the car show last Saturday, at the time that I absolutely positively had to know how many people were coming, there were 76 people signed up. We had 36 people register the day of the event. That is perhaps the largest amount of day of the event signer-uppers there were. So I want to say I am sorry to the people who do not get a t-shirt, although we told you you need to sign up previous to the day. But it was one of the best car shows we've ever had, and the weather was gorgeous. So I want to thank all the sponsors. I want to thank all the people who were vendors. I want to thank Oil Dorado for having a wonderful carnival at the same time, although the carnival didn't open until later. But the fact that the carnival was there, I think, was a draw, which was kind of interesting. Also, as if there weren't enough things going on in town, we had the rec sponsor a little parade down Center Street. So if you're one of those people that says there's nothing to do in Taft, you need to call the chamber. We'll be able to tell you there's always something to do in Taft. So we are going to be having, of course, our 4th of July celebration. I want you to consider giving generously, because like everything else in our world, the fireworks have gone up considerably. It will cost $25,000 to put on a fireworks ceremony the way we do it in Taft. And as Bob
Hampton?
Builder Bob.
Colston.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm old. Bob Colston used to say, he used to bring me in money every year and he'd say, do you want me to light it right here or shall I give it to you to set a fire? So, and I understand that. People often say, this just goes up in smoke. Yes, but Taft is becoming known for their fireworks. And we get a lot of people coming into our town, eating at our town, getting gas in our town. And those things happen because we're one of the few people that do really extend themselves for the fireworks. The fireworks this year will be on July 3rd. So I want everyone to know that so they can plan their outings that way. So that's the next big event for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Horn, for everything you do for our community, and thanks for coming before the council.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up, item number 3, council statements, non-action. Councilman Waldrop, begin with you, sir.
I'm going to pass this time. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, no need to apologize, sir. Mayor Pro Tem Cryer.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, we all heard from our Chamber of Commerce that July 3rd is our fireworks, so make sure your dog's got tranquilizers They're all hidden in the back room somewhere, so they get scared or something like that. They have a place to hide. If they do escape, call the dog pound. They'll be there, I'm sure of it. But it's a great event. I encourage all our citizens to participate, especially our young folks, because it's our American heritage, and we need to pass it down on there. I did attend the car show. I thought it was excellent. I didn't spend a whole lot of time because I wasn't feeling the best in the world, but I was there for about 20, 30 minutes and walked around and saw all the cars and a lot of the booths. You know, you had Alpha House there selling tickets to raise money. They had a 50-50 drawing, and they also raised money for a barbecue they raffled off. And I know that Taft had her Republican Assembly was raffling off a weapon, a handgun, and I believe they did real good on it. And so there's a lot of things going on, not only at the car show, there's a lot of great food out there, and a lot of presents that the chamber put together. It was donated to them to hand out, to raise money and stuff. So it was a really great family event for everyone to attend, and I hope everybody were there to enjoy it, as myself. It was a great day, it was great weather, and remember, school is getting out, graduation's here, so watch out for the young ones out there. That's all I have, Mayor.
Right around the corner, isn't it?
Yep.
You know what? The chamber is responsible for the weather. I don't know if you know that, especially when it's good.
Yeah.
And looking at the forecast, we have another holiday coming up. Matter of fact, this weekend, Memorial Day coming up. And the forecast is for wonderful weather on Memorial Day. And Memorial Day to so many means a great opportunity to go to the lake, go to the river, barbecue, have a good time with family and friends, and that is a good thing. But we need to remember what Memorial really is, Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a day when we are supposed to remember those fallen heroes of all American conflicts dating from the Civil War period. And it is no coincidence that it takes place when it does, the end of May, because as a part of Memorial Day, we are supposed to drape the grave sites of our fallen combatants with flowers. So way back when, and I believe it was about 1868, after the Civil War, when they began doing this in the United States, they wanted to make sure there was plenty of flowers to be had. So springtime guaranteed the abundance of the flowers to drape the graves of the fallen. We lost, during the Civil War conflict, about 620,000 American combatants, more than any other conflict in the history of the United States. In World War II, we lost about 405,000 men and women combatants. In World War I think it was about 116,000. Vietnam War was about 58,000 and change. Korean War, about 36,000. The War on Terror since 2001 has claimed almost 7,100 lives. All of this is a stark reminder that freedom isn't free, and we need to remember that. So, this coming weekend, when you get together with family and friends, and you barbecue, or you go to the river, or you go to the lake, or do whatever you do, enjoy that. Enjoy your freedom. Take a moment to bow your head, pray for those who have gone before us, and thank God you live in the United States of America. Don't take it for granted, because freedom is not free, and that toll helps explain the price. So, that's all I have. Next up, item number 4, Planning Commission reports. We have a Planning Commissioner this evening. We do indeed.
Hello. Jerry was busy doing tolls today, so, or polls. You guys got me? No new updates. We had no new business come along. Mark gave us some updates on the housing element, and that was about it.
All right.
As far as that, also want to point out, there are things to do in Taft. We got, if anyone looks on Facebook, you'll probably see there's a comedy show and a dinner coming up at the Fox Theater. Buy a ticket and show up. and they do great movies there, so a lot of times we go and it's a pretty empty building. I'd like to see more people there. It's a great place to watch a movie, and it'll save you from driving to Bakersfield and spending more money and all that. Old Dorado is getting ready to do a one-year kickoff, so we'll be doing a concert. We don't have a set date yet or no information out, but be on the lookout. So there will be things coming up. And that's all.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Fox Theater, so much work has gone into that recently with volunteers, and it's a wonderful venue. Take advantage of it. I agree with you wholeheartedly. All right, department reports this evening, item number 5. No department reports this evening? Okay, item number 6, city manager statement. City Manager Jones?
Thank you, Mayor. No report.
All right. And number 7, city attorney statements. Mr. Epperson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No statement.
All right, sir. Item number 8, future agenda requests this evening. Gentlemen?
I have one. Our Taft Rotary Club will be celebrating our 100-year anniversary.
Taft.
Rotary Club.
Oh, indeed.
So I'd like to, I think it's next month or so, I could be wrong, but I'll get back on with Yvette
Okay.
to make a proclamation for them.
All right. We would need concurrence on that.
I concur.
All right. Then we'll figure that you will get with Darnell and get her all the information so we can make this thing right and memorable. A 100-year celebration is kind of a big deal. All right. Thank you very much, Councilman. Okay. Moving on then, consent calendar items 9 through 14. All items listed on the consent calendar shall be considered routine and will be enacted by one roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the City Council requests specific items be removed from the consent calendar for separate action. Any item removed from the consent calendar will be considered after the regular business items. Are there any items on the consent calendar that any member of the public would like to comment on? Seeing none, those items are: item number 9, the minutes of the May 7th regularly scheduled meeting. Item number 10, the payment of bills, some $450,000 worth. Item number 11, the 2024-2025 appropriations limit. Recommendation is a motion to adopt a resolution entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Taft Establishing Appropriations Limit for 2024-2025, and find that the activity is not a project per California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, as set forth in Section 15060C3 and Section 15378 of the CEQA Guidelines." Item number 12, agreement with California State Controller's Office, SCO, to prepare the required annual street report. The recommendation is a motion to authorize the mayor to execute the contract for services to prepare the annual street report with California State Controller, and find that the activity is not a project per the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, as set forth in Section 15060C3 and Section 15378 of the CEQA Guidelines. Item 13, Measure A, Citizens Oversight Committee appointment. Recommendation is a motion to appoint Harry Wheat to the final vacant position on the Measure A Citizens Oversight Committee effective May 21st, 2024, and find that the activity is not a project per the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, as set forth in Section 15060C3 and Section 15378 of the CEQA Guidelines. Lastly, item 14, approve the purchase of 510 North Street, APN 031-080-10, property located in downtown revitalization area. Recommendation is a motion to adopt a resolution entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Taft authorizing the acquisition of real property and also authorizing the mayor, city manager, and/or assistant city manager to execute the agreement and all escrow and other documents necessary to complete transfer of real property and making certain findings in connection therewith, and find that the activity is not a project per the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, as set forth in Section 15060C3 and Section 15378 of the CEQA Guidelines." Does any member of the council wish to remove any of these items from the consent calendar? Hearing none, at this time, I would entertain a motion to approve consent calendar items 9 through 14.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, may we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Crier,
Yes.
Councilmember Waldrop,
Yes.
Mayor Nor.
Yes, and that's approved on a 3-0 vote. Thank you very much. That brings the open session of this evening's fun and games to a close. This council will be going into closed session for one-item conference with labor negotiator Craig Jones, City Manager, Government Code Section 54957.6, all units. Good evening, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe and sober.